Hello all, this is JC3 from Is This Real? Do you want to start your own podcast? Then look no further than Buzzsprout.com. We here at Green Hour Media use Buzzsprout, and we love the team at Buzzsprout. They are all about helping you succeed. Buzzsprout gets your show listed in every major podcast platform. Follow the link in our show notes to let Buzzsprout know that we sent you. It gets you a $20 paid Amazon gift card if you sign up with a paid plan and helps support our show. Join us and over 100,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout.com to get your message out to the world.
Live from the Keith Vincent Keola Studios in Patterson, New Jersey, Green Hour Media proudly presents Is This Real? Tonight, we're talking about life on Mars. Has there ever been life there? And other conspiracy theories. And now your host, JC3.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Is This Real?
Is this real?
Tonight's episode, as Anthony said at the beginning, we are talking about life on Mars. And in the booth with me tonight, JC3, I'm your host. I have Mr. West. Mr. West is in the building. Mr. West, please say hello to everybody.
Wake up, Mr. West! I'm here. I'm up.
Mr. West is here. We have Tony the dealer, the dickhead, right next to me.
The Don of the Desk, Tony the Dealer. How's everyone doing tonight?
I'm good.
And we're talking about life on Mars as we continue our Season 7 topics. Last week we talked about the Mariana Trench. This week we're jumping higher than the atmosphere.
We're getting higher than Mr. West.
Higher than Mr. West. Higher in the atmosphere, and we're going straight to Mars. We set our course on Mars, and we're jumping in light speed. No. So what do we have, gentlemen, this week? I know we this is a redo episode.
Our great host fucked up.
I didn't fuck up.
We had some technical issues.
It was technical issues, and then this is what you have now. But you know what? We have fun in the booth, us three.
We do.
We do.
You know, and
We're the three best friends that
everyone can
have.
have. Okay, cool. So we're in Mars.
Yes.
We're on Mars. Are we looking at Mars? Are we talking? What are we talking about Mars?
Well, first of all, Joey, do you know why the fuck that planet is red?
We talked about it.
Yes,
I
we did.
I
forgot.
remember.
Wes, why is Mars red?
Because there is a lot of iron in space, and when iron is exposed to the element, it oxidizes, which means that it rusts, and a lot of the rust got pulled down to the gravity of Mars.
You're so almost there.
The wording was off.
Almost
not
there.
not that the wording was off. You had things just out of place. So the idea here is that iron was first of all, Mars doesn't have the same gravity as Earth does.
It is farther from the sun.
It is farther from the sun. It's actually twice as far. Not twice as far, but the year is twice as long. So there's about 640-something days, 48 days it takes for Mars to complete a Martian year. But a Martian day is exactly the same. Almost, it's just over 24 hours. But their gravity is lighter than Earth's.
The planet's smaller too, right?
Just a little bit. It's just a little bit smaller than Earth. So the idea here is that the iron didn't get pulled into Mars the same way the iron got pulled into the Earth due to the gravity. And over time, like you said, when it's exposed to the atmosphere, it oxidized and it rusted, and now that's why it's all red. But that's okay, though, because, Mr. West, you have a vacuum cleaner that you're going to talk to Elon Musk about.
That's right.
And you're going to send your vacuum cleaner up to Mars.
That's right.
And you're going to clean up all of the oxidation. Is that correct?
Right. That's right. And I'm going to use the oxidation. You know, the rest of that is classified information that Mr. Musk and I are going to have to discuss.
Mr. Musk, if you're listening.
If you're listening, which I know you will one day, you'll see that this mind is very mad but very bright with ideas.
That's why you're called the Enlightened One on our podcast website, greenhourmedia.org.
See, I am not in the Illuminati.
Yeah, like I said, I don't like that. Again, if you listen to our former podcast episodes about the Freemasons, we talked about the Enlightened One, meaning the devil. I didn't like that for him. You use that for him.
Oh, he lights the fuck up, doesn't he, though?
I am a bright one.
But
listen. You guys hired the best Not the brightest.
We hired.
Hired? Did we hire? Did I hire?
We hired you?
Where's
Yes.
your W-2 form, bro?
Yes, you did. Well, it was in the ownership. That's how you hired me.
True.
True.
Okay.
True.
All right. So,
Well, the essential question is: has there ever been life on Mars? That's what we're here
Yes.
to ask. You think there is?
I know for a fact that they found something
that makes sense.
that is out there that makes sense. I mean, I'll put it like this. I know that there's life on one of the moons of Jupiter, which is a moon full of that's a crystallized like
Whoa. What?
yeah, and Jupiter has like I think like 11 or 12 moons. And one of those moons
You're so lucky.
is pretty much like an ice ball, like kind of like what Pluto is. And in that ice ball, I think they found like actual like single-celled life.
So they're single-celled organisms.
There's over 80 moons that Jupiter has.
80. Wow.
Yes.
It's gotten a lot more.
It's gotten a lot more.
But so with that, I believe that yes, that there is life on Mars.
How many moons does Mars have?
2?
They are 2, yes.
Yes. You want to know something amazing about that?
Go for it.
Eventually, Mars will have no moons in the sky because they have 2. It has 2 of them. One of them is slowly spinning away from Mars, and the other one is
Drifting away.
slowly drifting closer and closer to Mars. So eventually,
Mars
one
is
moon,
the story of the Titanic.
What?
What?
You know, the moon crashed into the planet.
The
you
moon
know?
didn't crash into the planet.
The moon didn't crash into the planet and cause the ship to sink, Eric.
Well, it's an analogy, it's a metaphor.
No,
The moon
that's
is the
not-
iceberg.
There was only one iceberg, not 2.
Yeah, but you know.
Okay.
But the one drifting away is the woman that lived on the door. You know what I'm getting at? Come on, man. Y'all not.
No, okay. No,
Y'all,
we're
y'all
not on
there.
that
y'all
level.
Not level. Y'all
No,
not.
we're
here.
not.
No, see, I
The
get,
only person that probably will understand what he's talking about is Bubba.
no, see, I get what he's saying. He's saying that
But
the
when-
iceberg was attracted to the Titanic, like the moon of Mars is going to be attracted to the planet and crash into each other.
There you go.
See, I speak stoned. I'm not stoned at the moment, but I do speak it. Goddammit.
There you go.
And no, that's not how things work.
I wish they did.
Second of all,
It could work like that.
both of Mars's
No!
moons. Okay, so both Mars's moons are not spherical.
What the fuck?
They're not circular.
They're like
Because
ovals.
there's- No, they're not. They're not ovals either. They're jagged. They're weird shaped because Mars doesn't have a strong pull enough to like how Earth's moon
Crush it
does,
like a ball.
form it into a ball. That's another just a fun tidbit
Yeah.
fact.
So
Yo, shout out to Earth, bro.
Do you know fucking Earth's moon is like, well, I think it's a quarter of its size. Earth has a big ass moon.
Earth's moon is about 3,000 miles wide. Which
That's a big ass fucking moon.
It's a
There's
big
also
ass moon.
there's also a giant crack in the middle of the moon that's like kind of like expanding.
Okay, back onto Mars. We have to talk
But we're
about
talking about
Mars.
we're talking about space shit right now.
yeah,
Well, no, but
unfortunately,
okay. So Mars, so
Going back, yes, life on Mars. I believe
Mars,
so.
in about I think it's what 5 billion years, its moon will crash into itself.
I didn't check the timeline, but yeah,
I
it's
think
not,
it's about like 5 billion years. I
it's
think
not
that's
it's
what
it's
it
not
is.
gonna it's
Can I
not gonna
water?
end well.
I do not know. That's why I ordered this.
We'll be back after a quick break.
Hey Ryan, hi, this is Sarah Palin.
Ryan Donald Trump Jr.
Hogs to win seal. Hey everybody, I want y'all to check out a fellow Marines podcast.
My name is Ted Nugent, and I got a call from my buddy Ryan F. Samuels, and he wants me to tell you that he's a working hard, playing all-American son of a who is celebrating God, family, country.
Welcome to the Ryan Samuels Show, one of the top political podcasts in the United States, where we have a healthy distrust for government and mainstream media. The Ryan Samuels Show is a raw, unfiltered look at American politics.
Okay, no plug for the Starbucks, and he's just gonna wander off. Okay.
No, I'm not going to plug the Starbucks.
Anyway,
Thank
dear
you.
God.
Uh,
No, let's not plug one of the biggest coffee companies on the planet, and hopefully they can sponsor us. Let's not do that at all.
or they could sit there and sue us.
We're not shitting on them. We're saying what a delicious coffee flavored treat they are, Joey.
You were so lucky that I just controlled every urge that I had to say and scream over there on that side.
Anyway, we're talking about Mars here on Is This Real? And, yeah.
But hold up, it doesn't make sense if they want to colonize a planet that a moon is eventually going to crash into it. Why does that make sense?
Well,
Because
because
you're talking
it's,
about in 5 billion years.
yeah,
you
it's a
know?
long ways off. We have time to kind of figure out. Let's hopscotch
find a new
from
planet.
Mars, go to a different planet.
Fuck.
I mean, listen, we're at the...
What about that asteroid belt? Well, you know what? That asteroid belt is what we. I don't know about that asteroid belt because we could probably just go in another direction. It could take us somewhere else.
Okay, so he explained what the asteroid belt is. You know how in the Star Wars scene, you had Obi-Wan going dipping and dodging through rocks?
You mean Han Solo?
No, I mean Obi-Wan.
Oh, you're talking about the prequels. Oh, yeah. That scene in the... Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, Attack of the Clones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. What
Why?
You don't like the prequels, do you?
No, I don't. But that's a completely different
Anywho,
discussion.
you could listen to that on Green Arrow Podcast.
Yeah, go all the way the fuck back. It's like our second
on our
episode.
website. No. So basically, you know how close those rocks were? The asteroid belt's not like that at all.
No, they're millions of miles apart.
Oh, fuck that. Yeah,
You
hell yeah,
can
go
walk-
through that shit.
You can literally...
Go through that shit. Blast through that. And
You
just
could
go through
probably fly through the asteroid belt from one end to the other without even coming near a fucking asteroid. That's how far apart they're spread.
Yeah.
it. That's fire.
So, you know, I don't want to hear nothing about the asteroid belt, but for Mars in that aspect, there's, we can, you know, obviously we all know there was water, ice, glaciers found on Mars.
We believe that there are sometime back in millions of years ago that the Mars was very it was covered with water. Right now we do know that there are ice caps on Mars, and one of the things Elon Musk wants to do is nuke it. That way
Yes.
he can terraform it and use the water from the melted ice caps to terraform and
Create an
repopulate and do create an atmosphere on Mars.
Go Elon.
I'm telling you, we're mad, but we have brilliant ideas. That's why he'll fuck.
Nobody's
that's why
sending nukes to fucking Mars.
That's why he will fuck with
You
my
don't know
vacuum.
that.
He will fuck with my vacuum.
Anywho,
And
so
multiple
so
ideas.
that's a theory that's going on that Elon Musk wants to do. But as far as we have found a potentially single-celled, scientists,
You were outside digging the yard.
single-celled organisms in the ice caps, isn't it?
We have found fossilized
Fossilized.
single-celled organisms in meteorites that we believe came from Mars.
Ow.
Listen, is there life on Mars right now? That is a question we can't answer because we're not there. There's 5 robots on Mars right now. Eric lovingly calls it Cybertron.
Yes, we're
It is
turning
Cybertron.
Mars into Cybertron.
We're not turning fucking Mars into Cybertron,
It's
Eric.
Cybertron.
Eventually, it will be.
It's
Mars is
Cybertron.
eventually going to become our dumping ground for all the planet's waste, for all of Earth's waste.
How do you know that?
I've seen
It's-
Wall-E.
That wasn't Mars, Eric. That was Earth.
Could be.
Anywho. But, okay, so we found that in meteorites coming from, we believe, are from Mars. So, who knows? With ice caps, with meteorites from that have single-celled organisms that you could basically, in billions of years, say, oh, you know, with enough...
We don't know what's buried under Earth's ice caps. Now we have to worry about what's under fucking
Plague.
Martian Earth.
Plague.
Martian ice caps.
All I'm saying is, are these single-celled organisms? Did they do enough research on saying that they could probably do what? Well, if you believe in evolution, evolve.
Well,
If you get enough candies.
well, yes. I mean, listen. Anytime there's all life on this planet, Earth, started from a single-cell organism billions of years ago. If there is water, if there is oxygen, if there is carbon, if there's hydrogen, those are the basic elements of life. You put those in abundance on any planet, eventually life will sprout. And if you define life even as a microorganism that's single-celled, then life will eventually find a way
All right.
to become
So
a thing.
Thanks, Ian Malcolm.
So I have
Sure,
a thing.
shout out Ian Malcolm.
We'll sit there.
No, because you perfectly just put life will find a way. So
I will.
Like, all right.
No, or you create it. So what we'll do, and this will be the last thing, then we'll take a little break. So what I want to do then, and let's talk to Elon. Elon, listen. Get a giant bubble, like Bubble Boy.
Oh, no.
Nuke Mars, and then encase it.
Nah, but I see where he going with the nuke thing, though, because the heat from the nukes will be, like, enough to melt the ice.
Yeah, but you still need oxygen in an atmosphere.
True.
So,
I don't know how you
and
gonna
then
do that
what
one,
are we going to do then?
You're right, then that's where the bubble come in.
The
See?
bubble.
You see? We all same page.
And then we pump oxygen into Mars.
What you gonna do with the radioactive waste?
Well, we get rid of radioactive waste here, right? We'll be right back. We're going to take a short little break.
I'm going to have a stroke.
Hello, this is JC3 speaking. If you want to know more about Is This Real Podcast and our parent company, Green Hour Media, then visit greenhourmedia.org. You can find and follow all of our social media pages through our website. If you love our content, then you can support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel and our Patreon page. Remember, that is greenhourmedia.org. And welcome back.
Uh-huh.
You know what, Anthony? You just don't like good ideas.
I don't like the idea of nuking a planet.
Why? What is it going to kill?
It's not about killing. It's about fucking it up now. We can't use it.
It's already a
knows?
ball of dirt
Yeah,
and
seriously.
sand.
Okay.
You know, it's
Some
like
some
Tatooine.
radioactivity probably won't do. Some radioactivity is probably good for it.
You want to know a theory
I love theories.
that stupid people believe? Sorry to say it that way, but it's stupid. They
I hate
believe.
when he gets that this way.
Sorry.
You believe it's stupid, so it makes those people stupid.
Okay, well, I'll let you be the judge. I'm saying it's stupid. That Mars was once like Earth. And we came to the brink of annihilating ourselves, and we nuked Mars. And the radiation fallout turned it its red color. But an ark was sent from Mars, and it crash landed on Earth, and Adam and Eve were the two to repopulate
I
the
don't
Earth.
know about Adam and Eve, but I could believe.
Fuck you. No, I can't.
I could believe
No.
that Mars was once populated, and then Earth is going to be Mars in the next billion years.
Well,
Or
first
5
of all,
billion, 7
first of all,
billion,
there is no signs that says Mars was
Well, right now,
populated.
because there's no archaeologists going up there digging for shit.
There's nothing that we found. There's nothing that the rovers have found.
If Wally goes up there and starts digging, if we could send a Wally that knows how to fucking dig and then dust shit,
Wally.
then we could probably find something.
All right, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do this. This is what we're going to do now.
Come on, Elon, listen to us. We have really good ideas.
No. I want nothing to do with Elon. Here's what
How
we're doing.
fucking dare you?
Here's what we're doing.
Wait,
I'm going to start showing you guys some pictures. Off of the weirdest fucking site, too, of to have this. It's off of CNN.
The criminal news network.
Right-wing fuck.
I'm not right wing.
We're going to go over
political
to...
differences aside,
We're going
Mars.
to go over to... We're going to go to CNN. They put out an article talking about all those weird fucking photos.
What's the name of the article again? Because I can't find it.
It's called Bizarre Mars
Bizarre
Photos.
Mars photos.
Signs of Life, or Signs the Internet Has Lost Its Mind, by Nick Thompson and Ian Lee of CNN.
And that was 2015. It came out August 28th, 2015. And I'm going to show you guys some photographs. Now, these are all taken from the rovers that are on Mars. And people are looking at them and going, that's peculiar. That doesn't make sense. It's not what it says. Now, I'm going to preface this by me saying that I believe these are nothing but fucking rocks.
Oh, because you don't have an imagination.
I have a great imagination.
No, you don't have an amazing.
I have an amazing imagination.
No, he doesn't. He
But
does not.
I'm got 1 foot solidly placed on Earth.
He is a cynical fuck.
Cynicism does not equal lack of imagination.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
Let's
it
start off
does.
with the first picture. This is a picture of a rock that's shaped like an iguana.
It does look like an iguana.
I
Is
don't
this
see
a
an
pet?
iguana? It really looks like more of like a hawk's head.
With a
It
baby's
looks
body.
Like, it looks like a little hawk.
You know what it looks like?
I don't see an iguana.
I do see an iguana.
Oh wait, I see the iguana now.
Yeah,
I
the
see
eye and then the little chicken neck
the
down
way it's
here.
the way it's like tilted, looking
Yeah.
back. At
You know what it
like
looks?
it's
It
looking
looks like
back at
one of
it. I
those
see it.
people that were encased in like soot from
Pompeii?
Yeah, Pompeii.
Yeah. This thing looks like it got caught up in Pompeii. So that's a rock, and it's in the shape of an iguana.
Are you sure? Maybe it's an iguana it's a Martian iguana.
It's not a Martian iguana.
A marsh iguana.
Next picture. So we have this black smudge. Is that a hole in the desert? Is that a some sort of, I don't know, debris? What is that? Now people are saying that this is a UFO that crashed on Mars.
Well, it can't be a UFO.
Why not?
Well, because it's not flying.
But it is crashed.
Hold on a second. I am so fucking pissed off he just said that. Because he's not wrong.
No, he's not. He's really not.
It's just a UO. It's an unidentified object.
I fucking hate you so much.
I mean, it's not even a UAP, you know?
I don't
It's
even-
not aerial.
I don't want to be on this fucking podcast anymore.
It's not aerial. It's just an unidentified phenomenon. A UP and up.
A UCO, an unidentified crashed object. There you go.
I'm fine with that.
We don't know if it's crashed. We don't know if it's crashed.
To me, it looks like if you really want
If
to
someone
use your
parked it like,
imagination.
whoever parked it like that is fucked up, bro.
Parked
I thought
it.
I was fucked up, but
Parked
that
it.
Hold on. If you really like, if you look
Landed
at it,
it,
to me,
whatever.
it looks like what did you say? A tremor.
Like a tremor hole from the movie Tremor.
Yeah, from the movie Tremor. It looks, or like when you went into that in
hate
Beetlejuice, when you went into the desert area.
It looks like a sandworm hole.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Hey, who knows?
Well-
Beetlejuice could be true.
That
No.
shit is just a rock,
No,
bro.
no, that was on Jupiter, one of Jupiter's moons, I think. But that doesn't mean.
All I'm saying, it doesn't matter. I mean,
Next photo.
Someone said it looked like a star destroyer.
This one is called the squirrel.
That dude looked like a squirrel.
It's a little object right here between the two rocks. It's this little guy right here. I think it's a squirrel on its belly.
I mean, you see the eyes.
They're not eyes.
That's an eye.
There's nothing eyes about it. It's-
Eric,
that's
you
a
see the eye?
I do see the eye, but it's also just a small pebble. It's an illusion.
Thank you.
I don't know. I see the eyes. I see
No,
the
no,
arm.
it looks just like a little rodent, but like when you really like look at it, you see the small rocks behind it, and like how it's all shaped like that. Remember, these people look at photos for hours. I'm looking at this for like 30 seconds blasted, so I think I could do their job.
Next photo. Ah, the ghost on Mars. It's like a woman standing on a rock face.
Okay, explain this one to me, genius.
Wind kicked
Wind.
up some sand.
Hold on, were you telling me? So wind kicked up sand. Nowhere else on this photo.
How do you know nowhere else on this photo?
Look at
Well,
it.
it's black and white, but I see like underneath the rock. Like, okay, so if you look outside the square, that giant rock directly below it looks. You can make a fucking photo out of something down there too.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
First of all,
look
okay.
at the rock
Wait,
directly to the right of it. It kind of looks like a giant dinosaur head with two eyes.
It looked like a
sticking out
little
of its head.
alligator smiling at you.
Exactly.
First of all,
Exactly.
hold
but no
on.
one's sitting there going,
Wait,
giant alligators exist on Mars.
Wait. Look, if you at home, if you're watching this, if you log on to CNN Bizarre Photos of Mars, and you look at it is the fourth photo in, stare at it, because if you look at it. And
Well, it
you,
looked like a woman posing at you like a
It
Spartan,
does
like a
look like-
Spartan, like in Spartan rage. Like,
but it's not
I
even
will
that.
avenge you.
But it's not even that. So if you look at it from the full photo, do you see the progression of the sand going down the hill? You see it's a white line that's going down the hill. It goes behind her, and you see the rest of the white line behind it. So that means the image that you see is
Just like sand.
no, dickhead. I'm talking about the black smudge or the ghost is see-through.
Yeah, because sand is very small.
That's
You could-
not sand is not going to sit there and form into a fucking person.
It's not forming into a person.
Okay.
If I threw a bunch of sand in the air, I could still see some. I could still see through the sand because light. It's tiny.
Yeah,
you can see through it. It's not
sand
solid.
in this one particular
But it does
area.
look in that
this
one area,
one particular area.
It looks like it's like corroded, not corroded, like weathered with water.
Yeah, but
At least the way that's carved.
This one area right here, nowhere else in the picture. It doesn't look like wind is kicking up any other sand. No, nothing. But just that one particular. They're having a high-speed sandstorm.
Do me a favor.
Right there.
Do me a favor. Just look at the entire picture.
I am.
Forget the little black smudge. Forget the box with the red.
I am.
Look at the whole. You can't sit there and be like, "Oh my God, what is that?" It's a black mark. That's all it is. There's nothing there.
I know. Your eyes get drawn to that. Now,
Who the fuck died on Mars? Whose ghost is haunting Mars?
The people that inhabited it before the planet died.
Oh dear God! Next photo.
He's like, next photo.
You know, he's a very cynic. The pyramid.
It's not.
We're gonna sit here and talk about this for a little bit. Do you know why? Because he's an asshole. That's why.
That's why.
And then we have the people on TikTok. But
I don't know what you're talking about. Why you insult who on TikTok?
I'm on TikTok.
Yeah, we're all on TikTok.
Dick.
all I'm saying, that's a fucking pyramid.
I don't think
it looks like
that's
it looks like a pyramid. It looks like an obelisk. It looks like a fucking rock. It looks like whatever you want it to be. Next photo.
Yo, we're supposed to sit here.
It
and talk
actually
about
doesn't.
This stuff.
Now that I'm looking at it again, it doesn't look like it's even. Like the light side looks significantly thinner than the dark side that's in shadow. It looks like the dark side is wider than the side that's facing the sun.
Still
yeah, but if you look outside the box and you look directly beneath that rock, that giant structure looks like a freaking skull. If you want to go that route too. Look outside the box of the pyramid.
Yeah.
Directly below it, that giant light rock.
The one that's sticking out of the ground.
Yeah,
looks like
doesn't
a
it
cliff?
look like a skull?
No, not really.
Not to me, no.
It looked like a fucking Zoid.
You mean like a flat, like a bug, like a flat skull with this
It looked like
black eye
no,
socket?
bro, that looks like the fucking Liger Zero. Look at it. Don't look like no Liger.
I'm looking at it. It's not.
I am looking. I understand what you're saying, but to me,
that does not look like the Liger Zero to you.
No.
No.
I know what the Liger Zero looks like. I mean, it looks like a rock.
He's trying to show the picture.
I know.
Yeah,
Just like it.
I can see where you're going with it, buddy.
I can see what you mean.
You see, but that's what I'm going at. With like imagination, you can play anything with imagination.
All right, yes, I agree with you that you can imagine.
Oh my God.
You could take any rock, just like any 6-year-old in the playground. You could take any rock and go, look, this isn't a rock. This is
what I'm talking about. That's a Liger Zero.
You can say, this isn't a rock, it's a walkie-talkie. This isn't a rock, it's a gun. This isn't a rock, it's a light bulb. It could be anything you want.
Okay, but it does look like a pyramid. Yes, it does.
I'm not saying it doesn't, but I'm also saying that depending on the way this photo was taken...
There's a 360-degree photo of this pyramid.
What 360 degrees?
They have 4 different angles of this.
It's the same picture, just rotated on its side.
No, of course it is.
What'd you look up? 360-degree photo of pyramid on Mars?
Yeah, they have one where it's face right down.
Next photo.
It's a fucking pyramid.
Oh, God, the floating rock.
Now, this one's a little too far for me to judge.
Oh, yeah, this one's hard to judge.
It's a little too far for me to judge. I mean, it does look like it's floating. It does look like that's a shadow. But
It's the David Blaine of rocks on Mars. You do the same trick. It's very simple.
do you hear this? Like,
We'll be back after a quick break.
Hello, nerds. Come listen to the History Nerds United podcast, and let's make history fun again. We interview today's best authors, whether they are established Pulitzer Prize winners or someone debuting their first book. Let us show you that history is not a boring class you took in high school, but a place where the best stories come from. And we don't just cover history. We also love to chat about true crime, biographies, memoirs, and so much more. So head on over to History Nerds United and let us introduce you to your new favorite book and learn the story behind the story.
History Nerds United.
how can he be an on a podcast about conspiracy theories.
I can't see that 3D photo you're talking
when
about.
he turns around and just says everything is bullshit.
Because you're not giving me any hard evidence. You're giving me a photo. You're giving me something that we can look at, and 5 people can look at it, and 5 people can have 5 different opinions. You need to show me that this thing is floating. You wanted to prove that thing is floating, you would have the Mars rover roll over there to take pictures of it, to put its hand underneath it, to do all these experiments. It's not going to do that. Why? Because it's not fucking floating. It's an optical illusion.
Yeah, and so are you.
Next photo.
But it does look like it's floating, though. I'll give him that.
It does look like it's floating, but
I think-
looks like
I
and
think
actually floating are 2 different things.
Okay, so what I would say with that is, like, I think a shadow is causing that, but what's above that thing that's causing that shadow?
You mean the donut that's sitting right in the middle?
There's no donut.
The
Okay,
center
so you
of
have
it is
the
round.
rock. No, you have the rock.
Oh, no, I'm on to the next picture already.
Eric, are you talking about the floating rock? Or are you talking about the next picture?
I'm talking about the floating rock, like the
Oh,
shadow.
I'm sorry.
Like
There's
the shadow.
nothing under the rock that would cause something, not unless that's another rock.
It looks like a shadow of something, but
Or
like, okay,
it could be that the rock is on the ground, and in front of it, that black mark could be another rock, just a flat rock peeking out of the dirt.
could be, but it does look like a shadow.
It's a
though.
great optical illusion. I could show you a lot of optical illusions that have the same effect.
Yes.
There's a very famous one of someone is standing on a hill. They're looking down at a playground, but the playground's at the edge of the water. So in the water, there's these boats that are just floating in the water. But because of the angle at which it was taken, looking straight down at this playground, it looks like the boats are floating in the sky above the park. It's not the same photo. I mean, it is the same photo, but it's something completely different.
Next photo.
Hold on.
Oh, no, he wants to prove his point, so he's going to show. This is the problem of having him in control of things.
I don't care. Yep, here it is, right here. Do you see what I'm talking about? See how all these boats look like they're floating above the park, but they're not. It's just at the angle at which you're taking the photograph. Those boats are in the water behind the park. But everyone's going to look at this and be like, oh, the perspective is fucked up. Yes, it is. It looks like they're floating above it. They're not. And the same thing is happening in this photo with the rock.
All right, prove it.
I'm not on fucking Mars, genius.
All right, so
But I do know that
your guess is just as good as mine.
But I do know that things don't float. That's a fact. Rocks have weight, and gravity pulls weight to planet. And that's the same thing
held up by a ghost.
It's not being held up by a fucking ghost. Next goddamn picture.
Eric, do you hear the cynicism?
I'm still trying to look for that painting.
What painting?
The one that you were talking about with the
I got it over here. I can show you. Okay. Next picture is the crab. They think there's this crab like
I don't see a crab in this one.
Thing hugging on the wall.
I see a cave.
Yeah, I see a cave too.
To me, this could be an entrance to a cave where Obi-Wan lives.
Dear God.
It doesn't look like anything to me, to be honest. Now that I'm like really looking at it, it don't look like anything to me.
Well, I'm looking at pictures of the coconut crab because this is what it reminds me of. See how this coconut crab is hanging on this tree?
It looks like a giant sunflower.
Yeah, that's not bad too. But you see how you have this giant
like
crab
a giant butthole
hanging on this tree right here? And now let's look back at this. Not this one. Let's look at this photo. You have this right here in the center. And it looks like
Where do you see legs, though? I do not see any legs in this.
Like they're like little thin ones, like they're
little
holding
thin
onto the
ones,
rock,
exactly.
like that.
And it looks like it's
too
just
pixelated
clinging on the wall. It's very pixelated. That's the problem with a lot of these photos. They're all pixelated because they're all taken at such an extreme distance. And then you got to zoom in, and it gets all fucked up, and everyone's trying to make assumptions about all of this shit. And there's really no assumptions to be made.
The next one, I want to see you talk about the next one, Anthony. The Nazi helmet.
Oh, this belongs to Hans.
Oh, yeah.
Hans was a good soldier. He fought for the Reich with pride. And then he got caught up in the Wunderwaffe and got sent to the planet of Mars, and he got dehydrated when he lost his helmet. That's what's happening in this photo.
Yeah.
It's not a helmet, dickhead. It's a fucking rock. Look, there's other rocks that are round in this photo. This one just happened to be on its side.
No, it has a fucking brim.
It doesn't have a brim.
Tell me any rocks that you see that have a fucking brim.
It doesn't have a brim. Your asshole has a brim.
I will sell you a lot of things.
Ugh.
Mom wants to know, do you want anything from Chinese?
Sure. Just text her, say yes. Chicken and broccoli's fine. There is no brim. It's a fucking rock. And again,
it does look like a helmet, though.
It does. It looks like a helmet, but
looks.
looking like something and actually being something are two different things.
Again, if your guess is just as good as
Yo, what if Martians are just rock men?
I'm just
like
saying.
Korg from Thor.
Like the Thing. Like everybody is just a thing.
But
in different shapes and sizes. That's where the iguana looks like a thing. The rodent is a rock thing.
It's a helmet for when the nuclear bombs went off on Mars.
When all the things went off and they all fought each other.
When the planet died.
Yep. And water is their natural enemy, which is why they froze the ice caps.
But that first of all, I'm sorry, that's not a rock.
Well, I'm on a lot of drugs right now, so that's how I'm talking.
It's a rock.
It's not a rock.
It's most certainly a rock.
No rocks form that way.
The helmet?
Rocks.
That's definitely a rock, bro. It's a rock planet. This shit's fucking dry as fucking...
No rocks form that way.
I'm not saying it formed that way, but it could have broken that way. It could have cracked that way. It could have smashed that way.
Perfect circular edge.
It's not perfectly circular.
Okay.
It could be buried. It also could be buried in the sand too. We don't fucking know.
Okay.
These are optical illusions. These are fun to look at.
But you'd rather just sit there and go, yeah, no, it's not. Nope.
Yes, because I'm siding with the thing that makes the most sense. There's no evidence of anybody ever living on Mars, and there is no evidence that there was.
Evidence is not the evidence; is absence.
Thank you. I think that sided with me.
Next photo. Oh, fuck me.
Oh, the skull.
That's a skull? That don't look like shit. That shit looks like a giant fucking rock.
Dude, look. You have the eye holes right there.
It
nose.
It looks like it's like this.
It's a cheek right here
It
and
does
the cranium.
look. It does look like a skull from Pompeii. It looks like a skull from any major It looks like a skull that has been nuked. I'll say it does look like that.
Or eroded.
Or something eroded. But again, it could also.
You know what it
just
looks
be
like? It looks like a skull that was underwater and eroded with water life.
The reptilians got it.
Yes, the reptilians.
No, because we're going this crazy route, you know.
Yeah, that's a problem. It's crazy.
Says who?
Everyone.
See,
everyone.
I don't
literally fucking everyone.
I can't turn around.
I speak for everyone. I speak for all.
I can't turn around.
I speak for all humans of the Earth right now.
I can't turn around and call
No. I
somebody
take that
crazy.
back. I take that back. I take that back.
I can't call somebody crazy when their guess is just as good as mine.
Imaginative.
I can. There's no evidence to prove it.
There's no evidence to prove.
There's not
yours.
even evidence to back it up.
There's no evidence to
and
prove
here's
yours
the thing.
either.
But here's the thing, though. When you make a claim, the burden of proof lies on you, not me. I'm saying you, hey man, I just found a picture of a rock on Mars. You're going, that looks like a skull, and I'm gonna go, okay, show me how it's a skull. Show me your evidence.
Show me it's a rock.
And you're gonna say, well, no, show me. No, you're making the claim that it's not a rock.
First, no, you came to me claiming it was a rock to begin with.
I'm claiming that it is a rock.
So
because
you
that's
made
all
a claim.
I'm showing you rocks on Mars.
No. When you come to me and say this is a rock, prove to me it's a rock.
Because the entire planet is made of rocks. Nobody is sitting there going, there is life on Mars and we found skeletons and I found a skeleton on Mars. That's not what we're doing. We're saying, look, I took a picture on Mars of this area here when it's full of rocks in the area. And you go, oh, wait, that's a skull there. Well, you need to back up your shit. It's not. You have no way to back up your shit.
Your guess is just as good as mine.
It's not a guess.
Until you get up there and prove it wrong.
Fine. Get Elon on the fucking horn. I want a backpack and a fucking fishbowl helmet, and I'll be on Mars in 6 months. And if I find this rock, I'm going to bring it back to Earth and shove it up your ass.
Hello? Mr. Musk? Yes. Yo, we got some good ideas right now.
You need a big-ass rocket ship.
We need a rocket? No, I'm on a podcast. All right, I'll call you later.
Okay, cool.
Kisses.
No, I didn't want to do that. That would have been... That's mad sus, bro. Come on.
All right.
Maybe you just have that kind of relationship with Elon. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
Next one.
You never know.
And with his 2 kids,
Y'all don't-
the
y'all
math
don't-
problems.
Y'all don't know that. Y'all don't know that. Yeah.
Oh, God. Remember this one, Joey?
Oh, see, that's not a spine.
No, it's not a spine. I'm not going to argue that it is. I think it's rocks, too, but it definitely looks like a
No,
spine.
but I mean, it's a you could see the platform though. Like it's just a level that looks like a canyon.
Well, how do you know that platform that is not like some gigantic like Stegosaurus fin?
It's not a fin.
How do you know that? Are you up there?
I mean, you can see it's a platform though.
No, it's a platform, but like if
I mean, it could be.
If a Stegosaurus fin is just buried in the desert, just high enough, it could look like a platform. That's
Hey,
covered
you
in
know
dirt.
what? Then we found life on Mars.
We didn't find fucking life on Mars, you dickhead. This is a little ridge.
I am the life on Mars.
No,
You know what, you-
no, Eric, you're just really fucking stoned.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
some
mean,
people.
towards the end, the fronts look like rocks.
It looks like vertebrae in the front. That's the
It
thing.
do
the
look like
back.
a It do look like a giant tail, though.
Yeah, or a spine and
Like
it curves
a spine,
around. We don't know.
tail.
We don't know.
My favorite one.
But you know what it does look like?
Ugh,
A dry planet.
This is a person just chilling on Mars.
this is not a person chilling on Mars.
It's a person chilling on Mars.
Next
I
photo,
don't
Eric.
know what to make of that one. That one's a
Look
different-
how
It
far.
looks like one of the Bee Gees just chilling on Mars.
beach. That's oddly specific.
Yeah, doesn't it look like Barry Gibb?
No, that's so weird.
Who's that?
Staying alive, staying alive. Ha 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 ha. Hold on, Eric. Search up Barry Gibb and tell me that doesn't look like just Barry Gibb.
Can we
just
not play any of that on the podcast?
chilling on Mars? No, I'm not playing it. Like I didn't say play the song. I'm saying search up picture of Barry Gibb, and it looks like him. It looks like him on the cover of the Staying Alive soundtrack, just chilling.
But do you see how far they had to zoom in on this fucking photograph?
All right, you know why? Because they're on a canyon.
And the fucking, not even just zoom in, it's also taken at such a high perspective. This is obviously taken at the top of a mountain or a hill.
Mm-hmm.
And you're zooming in all the way to the bottom. It's just a little weird rock.
Okay, prove it.
Oh, fuck you, prove it.
That's the
You're the one who's making the claim that it's not a rock.
How can you say that is a rock?
Because the entire planet is covered in rocks.
Okay, big deal. The entire planet is covered in water for Earth, but not everything is water, is it?
No, not everything is made of water, but the entire planet of Mars is covered in rocks, and there is no water. So everything is rocks on Mars.
No, not everything is rocks on Mars.
What else is there? There's no trees.
Sand.
There's no.
Thank you, Eric.
It's sand, rust, and earth. It's all earth. It's all earth.
Okay,
And
that
carbon.
doesn't mean
Carbon.
First of all, it doesn't mean everything there is that.
Yes, it does.
So you tell me we have scanned and took photos of every inch of Mars?
Not every single inch, but we have a lot of data to back up the fact that there is nothing happening on Mars other than just being a barren wasteland.
So you're telling me that we can't explore. We only explored 10% of our ocean.
Yeah.
But you're telling me we explored all of Mars.
I didn't say that we explored all of Mars, dickhead. We have satellite imagery. We have 5 rovers
But
on Mars.
you're sitting here guaranteeing that it's none of what this is saying.
Yes, I am, because there's nothing to back up your claim that there is. But I can claim, and I have proof, that from years and years of data, hundreds of pictures, thousands of hours of recording, that there's nothing on Mars as of right now that we have found that is anything but
That they're allowed
sand,
us to
dirt,
see.
and rocks.
I just gave me the idea for this TikTok. Thank you.
That allows us to see.
Yes. Yes. Nothing's there.
You
Except for
are
a bunch of
such-
robots.
You are such... you don't know for a fact.
Yeah, I do know for a fact.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. You don't have to be there to know this. You.
Also, okay, so you don't have to be there to know that there's nothing there. Okay, cool. Okay, Anthony.
Yeah.
You're the big scientist in the room. I forgot. You know all the facts.
I didn't say. So now you gotta go into insulting. I'm not insulting you.
I'm not insulting, but you say you know the facts. Obviously, you said that, right? You know the facts.
I know that there's nothing on
You
Mars.
know for 100%, 1,000. You would bet your entire life that there is nothing on Mars.
Commit to your opinions. Don't give any facts. Be a man. That's it.
Oh dear God.
Be a man. Yo.
Well,
Yo,
just
shout out to Be a Man, bro.
I think
Yo,
we
you
need to
funny
take a
as
break,
hell.
Joe. I have some more pictures that I
Oh,
found.
no. You didn't answer my question.
What?
You would bet your life.
Damn, your whole life?
Your whole life, everything in it, every little thing in it, that there is nothing on Mars. Because you know for certainty that there is nothing on Mars. Because you've been there to look at the images coming in. You've been there to hear the audio coming in. You know, you were at NASA.
Wait, nah, didn't the CIA supposedly claim they could astral project to Mars in, like, the 80s?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Hold on. Hold that thought, Mr. West.
It's my problem with you. You're all or nothing. Am I going to sit here and say that there's absolutely nothing on Mars, never has been, never will be?
Joe,
No, I will not say that.
Commit to
But
your
what,
opinion, bro.
but what I will say is in the state that Mars is in right now,
based on the information that
based
you,
on the information,
as a what is it?
An average human being.
Yeah, an average citizen of the United States of
well,
America.
I can only base my opinion off of what I've been given. I can't base my opinion off of what there might be. I can base my opinion off of the pictures that I have been shown and the data that I have been shown. And what I have been shown, what the research has shown that's been made available to me is right now on Mars, there is nothing except for dirt and iron and sand and rocks. We have not found artifacts. We have not found anything else to suggest that life is there.
Absolutely right. And this is coming from the same government people who said that there are no UFOs. Anywho, we'll sit here. We'll be right back. We'll continue this conversation after these words from our sponsors. Hello, all. This is JC3 from Is This Real? Do you want to start your own podcast? Then look no further than Buzzsprout.com. We here at Green Hour Media use Buzzsprout, and we love the team at Buzzsprout. They are all about helping you succeed. Buzzsprout gets your show listed in every major podcast platform. Follow the link in our show notes to let Buzzsprout know that we sent you. It gets you a $20 paid Amazon gift card if you sign up with a paid plan and helps support our show. Join us and over 100,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout.com to get your message out to the world. Welcome back to the young and the non-believable.
So ADHD in a podcast.
ADHD in a podcast. That's what we're just going to call our next podcast, ADHD in a podcast. But no. So, we are talking about Mars still. And, skeptic. High as fuck. Questionable. That's what we are here.
Not questionable. It's no proof.
Just as much proof as you do.
I don't need proof. You're the one making the claim.
Oh, so we don't need proof.
Because you're the one making the claim.
Anywho, well, you're the one claiming that this is what it is.
I'm not claiming this is what I'm telling you. This was
telling what? Okay, see, we're not going to go through this.
You're giving me an alternate theory. You need to back up that alternate theory.
Well, what is your facts?
The facts is this.
What are your facts?
Okay, the fact is this.
It's a picture.
This picture was taken
based on what?
Can you let me fucking finish? This picture was taken on Mars. Mm-hmm. That is all I'm presenting. I'm not saying that there's anything in there except for...
you're not saying this is rocks.
They are all rocks. If you look, they're all rocks.
What's your facts about that?
The planet's made of rocks.
Says who? You're up there to know that in your physical hand that it's a rock. You could wake it up. You know, you could pick it up when we ever get there and it turns to dust. That's not a rock.
How do I know the planet's made of rocks? Because we've landed machines on Mars. We've had
machines picked it up.
Yes,
samples.
It's been rolling on. They've run over. It's a fucking rock planet.
Okay.
I'm showing you, like, listen, man, these things, this is a rocky planet. It's made of rocks. And you're going, that looks like it's a ghost. Or that could be a UFO. Or that could be, it's all right, well, if that's the case, you need to prove it. Give me some proof.
You're the ones that are stating this is what it is.
Because that's what we understand Mars to be, dumbass.
Okay,
it's a fucking...
Because we're all there, right?
No, because we know it's a planet.
Okay, and?
This next photo I have to show the world is, they're calling this one the doorway. This is kind of creepy. I will give you that. It's also supposed to be very, very small. Like only a few centimeters high. Mm-hmm. But it is...
Where the fuck did Eric go?
I don't know.
That motherfucker disappeared into fucking hot air.
Eric? Did the Martians get him?
Did he astro project to Mars?
My dog slipped out of his harness.
Okay.
He's taking care of something. So, Joey, here's this doorway that's on Mars, allegedly. As you can see, like, it's cut out. It looks like it's cut out and hollowed out. And it's like here's what it fucks me up is not only is it pretty squared away, but the inside is looks like it's very smooth, going straight back from the angle that we can see.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's a great little illusion. We have no idea what formed it, but to call it like saying it's a door means it has a purpose. We don't know if it's a door. We don't know what this thing is. It could be nothing.
True.
Okay.
Yep. It's a rock.
It could very well be a fissure in the rock. It could be just the way.
You hear that, guys? It's just a rock.
It could be the way.
None of these pictures that we show you mean anything because they're just rocks.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is they're interesting.
All of it.
They're interesting to look at, but
they're fun little projects for kids.
They're interesting to look at, but it doesn't necessarily mean that these images
they
are
mean
100%.
Nothing. We're kooky here.
Here's a cool picture, Joey. This one rock is floating on top of this other formation. Do you see that? It's balanced.
Oh yes.
That we have.
Explain that one.
Okay, we have examples of that in the United States.
Okay, that's cool.
Balanced rocks in, I think it's in Utah. Yeah, the balanced rock in Utah, in the Garden of the Gods. Yeah, we have the same exact shit in the United States.
Yeah, it's cool looking.
Yeah. So, is it a weird phenomenon? Yes. Is it something? Is it something that's alien? Not really.
Who said it was alien?
I'm asking. I'm using the word alien.
No. You're assuming.
I'm not assuming. I said.
Why would you bring that up? Because nobody in this podcast said anything about alien or being it phenomenal.
I just said the word alien. What I mean is alien is like, is it unfamiliar to us? No, it's not, because we have examples of it in the United States.
Okay, what is your point then?
My point is, it's a cool thing to look at, but it doesn't necessarily mean that anyone is up to anything or they structured it to make it with a purpose.
Who said that?
I didn't. I'm just saying that's just what I'm saying.
Okay.
Next picture.
All right, the space litter.
See, I don't understand what I mean by space litter. I mean, it has this rock or whatever this thing is right here that's a different color than everything else around it, but I don't know what that could be.
I don't know either. See, something like this is nothing really weird to me. I mean, they think it's maybe shiny
because it looks like it's covered in
a different material.
Right.
To me, that just looks like it's the sun.
Oh yeah, like it's a glare.
Yeah, that's all I get. I mean, the next picture is a little fucking weird looking, but
yeah, they're called the finger rocks.
I mean, those just look like plants, which means life.
If they were plants, then they wouldn't have fossilized like that. They would have like corroded away. But it could also be deposits of some sort. Like, we know that salt deposits tend to stack. I'm not saying it's salt, but it could be something similar to that. And lastly, there's this the very bottom. I'm skipping that one because there's nothing weird about that photo. This one's called the flower, and it looks like a little
flower.
Could be. It could also be an impact crater. And when the sands were when the impact debris was ejected up, it froze in that position and just froze that way. We don't know what it is.
Are you okay, my guy?
I found the water.
Where? Okay.
Well, Joe, you wanted to bring something up.
Well, no, I mean, I wanted. There's a couple. Of course, these websites all call them hoaxes.
Because there's nothing to say it's provable.
And there's nothing to say that it's not. You know what I mean? I mean, we didn't talk about the face on Mars, Anthony.
You want to bring that up?
Yeah.
Again, it's an optical illusion.
It's a fucking rock.
I mean, it's a hill. Because it's eroded over time. You know, it's flattened out.
And I'm a high.
76, it looks like a face. Now it just looks like a hill. You know?
Yeah. And it was also the subject of a really awful fucking episode of The X-Files way back when. But yeah, there's no face on Mars. You know, it was a hill and it was in shadow.
So
And we also had technology that wasn't really as good as it is now. And now we know what it looks like.
Say, Mr.Wst.
Oh, so I was gonna say, so you just don't, so you don't believe at all that there could be like life on Mars, even if it's like single bacterial type shit.
Well, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
He just doesn't believe any of the pictures that are seen here, that they're just optical illusions, people
I think
playing with their eyes and people jerking themselves off, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I agree 100% with what you just said.
It's a guy at NASA just slammed on Adderall. Just, yep, that's a skull. Look at that. Look at that.
I don't even think
Look at that, Billy. That's a fire skull. And then Billy's just jumping off the fucking seats like, oh my god, 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 oh my god.
I don't even think it's that. I think Anthony likes to play everything close to the chest.
No, I don't.
Science can't prove it.
No. I just not that I like to play anything close to the chest. It's that I liked. It is what it is until someone can give me evidence to the contrary. If it's you don't give me evidence, then it is what it is. Because I do believe that the 9 times out of 10 the correct answer is the most simplest answer. What does that look like to you?
A rock.
It could be this, it could be that, or it could just be a rock. Unless you can give me evidence to show me otherwise, then it's just a simple little thing. It's just a rock.
I like rocks.
I mean, again,
They're
you could
nice
be
and
right.
carbon-based.
They
you
could
know?
be
Rocks
right.
like you too, Eric.
They're carbon-based, you know what I mean?
You could be right. They could be right. Nobody's there to physically prove it.
Yo, what if we've never even been to space?
You know what I mean? You feel me?
Imagine, right? Imagine, like, yo, what if we've never been to space?
Well, hold on a second. You sit there and say, well, we've never been there. Yes, we have. We have not stepped foot on Mars, but we have the robots there that have taken samples that have been able to test and send those results back to the United States and back to NASA.
I was gonna say, like, how's that work? Like, don't just like
They didn't just send a camera up on a fucking tripod with wheels. There's instruments on these fucking rovers that are designed to take soil samples and analyze them and send those data back to NASA. So just because we're not there, we have a robot that is doing. Granted, it's not everything that scientists could be doing.
Then we're gonna send a humanoid robot to dig for us.
It is doing tests on Mars. It is analyzing things, and it's sending them back, and that's how we know what's happening on Mars.
Did you say one of them got lost in like a dust storm or some shit?
Yes, one of them died in a dust storm. A very severe storm blocked out the sun. It is solar powered and couldn't charge its batteries. So
Rest in peace, fallen soldier.
You know,
you're
Cybertron
not wrong.
will always admire your brave.
I'm just saying, you know,
brave sacrifice.
I just don't count anything out. That's just me.
I'm not counting anything out, but I'm saying this is what it is until you can give me evidence to the contrary, and then my opinion will change.
Well, see, that's just a problem I have. Again, that just goes beyond the podcast in general. But
my opinion changes.
Yo, what if you're schizophrenic, my nigga?
No. Okay, so
we're paranoid.
Eric, we'll close this out. Do you think there's any of these conspiracy theories about Mars? Not life, because we know single-celled organisms.
Do I believe any of these conspiracy theories about Mars? Not really.
You think it's all just optical illusions?
Well, I mean, honestly, like it's good to just, you know, tickle your pickle of your brain. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, we know what that is.
Yeah,
we
so
know
it's just like it's
Eric.
good. It's good to just like, you know, it makes your creative juices flow. But like, to be honest with you, as crazy as it sounds, I just am not gonna believe any of that shit until like I'm there for myself and can just be like, pick up a rock and be like, yeah, that's a rock. Take me home. That's how I feel.
Okay.
All right. We already know how you feel.
Yes, you do. They're wonderful little illusions with no evidence to say they're anything but.
Now,
and you, Joseph?
How I feel basically is
How do you feel?
I don't know. Some of these images, especially the one I'm still staring at, the mermaid as they call it. I don't know. Barry Gibb sitting on a rock chilling on Mars.
The pyramid-looking one is the most convincing one. That's the most convincing one.
I'll grant you that.
Now that's the most convincing
It
one.
is-
That where it's just like, all right, that could have been an ancient structure. That could have been something because, like, all right, the formation, you don't see that shit every day. You know what I'm saying?
Never.
You know what I'm saying?
You never see it.
I will
I
grant you
haven't
that.
seen the other photo of where you were claiming these 360 degrees angles because I've looked for it. I can't see it.
Eric, I will grant you that. I will sit there and say that one does make me scratch my head a little bit and go, that's peculiar. That looks like it shouldn't be there. But until we know exactly what it is,
And how big is that? No, it can't be that big because
we don't
it was
know.
Like zoom, because
It's
it was,
hard.
It was taken at such a distance and it zoomed in so much.
That's the other problem with a lot of these photos. The perspective is off. There's nothing on there that said, that we're looking at an object that is 200 yards out or 100 yards out. If that structure was way off in the distance, like we saw in some of the Mermaid of Mars, you can tell the perspective. It's taken from the top of a hill, and it's looking down, and they're zooming in on a very small space. With a picture like that, I don't know how close that was. Was it 15 feet away? Was it 25 feet away? We don't know. We can kind of guess based off of when you're using math and shadows and shit, but I don't know. I just don't know. And that one, like I said, I'll scratch my head on that one. Doesn't look normal. No, doesn't look normal at all. But again, I have no idea what the fucking thing is. I don't. And I'm not going to sit there and go, it's a pyramid. 100% sure.
If you do that again, I swear to God, I will shove the mic so far up your ass, I will hear your next bowel movement.
It's a pyramid, and we know for sure. We
you know
got
what
this.
it is? No, you know exactly what it
Can't do
is?
that.
Well, okay.
It's the pyramid from Alien vs. Predator.
Hold on.
That was on Earth, though.
Hold on.
I know, but still, like,
Wait.
Ba, bada bing, bada boom, bada ba. You're getting Italian on me, okay?
What is that shape?
From that angle, it looks like a pyramid.
From that angle, it looks like a pyramid.
Okay.
From that angle.
So I have a question.
From that angle.
Hold on.
I have an answer.
If you could sit there and turn around and say, look, that shape looks like a pyramid. That means it's a fucking pyramid.
No, it does not. No, it does not. A pyramid is a structure that has a purpose. Okay? A pyramid is saying that is a building that they use for ceremonial purposes. There's an inside to it. There's an interior.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. So
The
if
water gets in it, creates an alternating current, energy gets created through that.
Like
you know what I'm saying? Little stuff like that.
Looking like something and saying that thing is that thing are two different fucking things. From that perspective, it looks like a pyramid. But we don't know if it is. If we took a picture from the opposite side, will it still look the same? And if it doesn't look the same, then your argument is invalid and you can't tell me that it's a pyramid. That's what I'm trying to say. We only have one image. If we had multiple images, if the fucking robot rolled up to it, did a little digging, and took some pictures from all sides of it, from the top, from the left, the right, north, south, all these, then I can sit there and go, Joe, that's a pyramid. They did everything. This fucking robot gave us as much information as it possibly could. We have nothing else to say than it is a pyramid. But it didn't. It gave us one photo of a triangular rock sticking out of the earth. We have no idea what the rest of that thing is. We don't know how far it's buried. We don't know the shape of it because we're getting one fucking image. We're getting one perspective of it.
You say so.
I do say so because it's the only picture that we found of it.
Okay. Like I said, your guess is as good as everybody else's.
You're right. My guess is as good as everyone else's, but my guess is based off of the evidence I'm seeing. And
Based off of the seeing and what you're seeing.
But you're not giving me anything. You're not saying that it could be. You're saying it could be something else, but you're not backing that up. You're not.
You're just saying it's a shape.
Yes, I'm saying it's a shape based off the perspective in which the picture was taken.
Okay. I'm saying it's a shape. I'm saying it has a pyramid-like shape.
That's what I'm saying too. But yes. Okay. So
I
where's the
like-
disagreement here?
I don't know. I don't know why you're screaming at me.
I'm not screaming at you.
I feel like we need to call Elon Musk again. But he told me to call him later, so
No, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
You know when you say that when you say his kid's names, furniture starts floating, right?
I don't even know how to pronounce his kid's name.
Yeah,
I won't
really.
even try to do that because I don't want to see anything in this room start floating.
It's just like when you pronounce Cardi B's name.
What?
Cardiovascular bronchitis.
No, okay. So, like I said, we're just going to sit here to agree to disagree about certain photos because we all, besides the people in NASA and the government, who tell us what they want
And
to
the
tell us,
Freemasons.
and the
And the
Freemasons,
Illuminati.
who tell us what they want to tell us, we all have the same information and can base our opinions on that. That's it.
So then that's where the paranoia part comes in, and just be like, whatever information you get, look at the opposite of that, and just be like, that's the truth.
See, that just like I said before we went on break,
How does that work?
they turn around and told us for
You
years
just think of
and
the
years
most
and
wild
years.
shit, and remember.
But no,
commit
we
to
all
your
remember
opinion.
this. Look, for years and years and years, they told us
Give no
UFOs
facts.
don't exist.
Be a man.
Don't exist. And then all of a sudden, 2020, 2021 happens. UFOs do exist. And now they call them UAPs.
UAP.
Unidentified aerial phenomena. The reason
Which is
why
not
they call
confirming
that-
UFOs.
The reason they changed the lingo.
No. They're saying
They changed the lingo. Let me
No, they're-
finish. Let me finish. They changed the name of it because if they call it an unidentified flying object, that means it's an object. That means it's something there. But if they call it a phenomena, we don't know what that is.
Correct. Which is why they're not saying that UFOs are confirmed.
Okay.
They're saying that there's a phenomenon in the air and we don't know what it is, but we're not going to say it's a UFO. There's a difference in the language that they're using.
Okay, so
Be very cautious when it comes to language.
yeah, because so if
They didn't. No one confirmed the existence of UFOs. They confirmed that phenomenon happens and we can't
because
explain
they
it.
changed, they're the same thing.
No, they're not the same
Yes,
thing.
they are.
No, they're not.
What's in what? Okay, so what's in the sky then?
We don't know. That's the that's the whole problem.
It has to
Shit.
be an
And that's
object,
what-
right?
No, it does not have to be an object.
Shit that floats.
Okay, let me ask
no,
you.
but shit is an actual object.
No. Okay, is the Aurora Borealis an object, or is it a?
Can you see that? Can you see the Aurora Borealis on NASA's fucking not NASA on the
On a day-to-day basis.
no on the military's fucking radar?
No, just hear me out.
No. Let me.
You're
You want to
not-
use the Aurora Borealis?
No. We understand what the Aurora Borealis is, but
Aren't they just
that
like,
is an
aren't
aerial
They just like electrons and shit crashing in the sky or something.
If we didn't know what it is, that would be known as a UAP, not an aerial phenomenon, because it's in the air. We don't know what it is, and it's a phenomenon that's happening. Doesn't have to be an object. A UFO specifically says flying, which indicates what the action is doing, flying, and object, which means it's a physical thing. They didn't sit there and say UFOs are real. They're saying there's phenomena in the sky, and we don't know
they
what's
changed it,
happening.
that's why.
They did not change it.
They did.
They did not
So,
change it.
They did.
They confirmed that there is UAPs,
So I have a question.
not
Oh,
UFOs.
hold on. Does the Aurora Borealis show up on military radar scans?
No, because we know what the Aurora
Okay,
Borealis is.
hold on.
We
No.
understand.
Physically, can you see on any military radar scan
I don't know.
the Aurora Borealis?
I don't know. Do you
No,
know?
you cannot.
You know that for sure? Because I don't know that for sure.
I do know that for sure.
Okay.
No, you cannot.
Okay.
I ain't
But these
fly no
things that
fighter
you
jet.
see that the government released show up on
Yeah, they also show up on
that
other
means
things as well.
there's an object there.
They also show up on other
Does that
things
mean there's
as
an
well.
object there?
No, not necessarily, no.
It doesn't. You keep living in your happy little world.
I'm not living in
Anyways,
a happy
life
little
on
world.
Mars. I believe that there's life on Mars. Cut. Oyatsumi.
I'm not living in a happy little world. I'm just saying that no one is confirming that UFOs exist. They're saying that UAPs exist. That is a different
We never
thing.
heard of UAPs up until the UFOs started coming around. But we're going to sit here and end this conversation now because him and I can never agree on anything. So, Eric, we're going to see you next week for the creatures under the, I think it's the deep sea creatures. And, we're going to find out why whales get bit.
This Thursday?
This Thursday coming up, yeah.
Should, yeah.
So next week we're talking about creatures of the deep.
Mm-hmm.
And with creatures of the deep, basically there's some whales that have come up with like big giant killer whales that have big giant bite marks on them. So who's taking or what is taking a big bite mark out of fucking killer whales?
Yeah, why are great white sharks going missing? There's at least 3 cases of big... Eric, you're not taking out sharks. There's at least 3 cases...
You discovered my evil plots, bro.
3 cases of giant sharks that their trackers go missing, or they stop transponding, and then they show up thousands of miles away, and we don't know how the fuck they got there.
Yeah. So we're going to discuss that next week. And then, so continue to watch us on YouTube at Green Hour Media. Continue to listen to us on Spotify, to Is This Real Podcast on Spotify, and all your podcast listening devices. Go to greenhourmedia.org. Brand new website. We're going to keep plugging this. And we do. Did you fix the merch page with that?
Oh, no. We have a brand new merch page that's going up. That'll be live within a day or 2. I'll do that tomorrow.
So we have a brand new merch page. It's going to be live. It'll probably, by the time this episode goes up, will be live.
Oh, definitely. It'll be up tomorrow.
So go and you can look at all of our merch. We have tons of merch out. I'm going to be wearing a shirt. No, not next week, probably later. But I'm going to be wearing a shirt that has a quote from Mr.Wst. It's going to look amazing.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys next week from the Creatures of the Deep. Eric, Mr.Wst, say goodnight.
Oyatsumi.
Tony, say goodnight.
Night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. See you next week. Remember, question everything. Good night, guys.
Konnichiwa, bitches. It's Ryu West speaking. If you want to find out more about the Is This Real podcast, follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/isthisrealpc, or on Twitter at isthisrealpc, or on Instagram at isthisrealpodcast, all one word.